Golden Sun is a 2001 turn-based RPG, available on the Game Boy Advance and released on the Nintendo Switch Online library in 2024. It's one of the best entries for newcomers to get into JRPGs for simple combat with a creative system, a great soundtrack by composer Motoi Sakuraba, and flashy graphics ahead of its time. If you're looking for some guidance, you've come to the right place, and be sure to subscribe for more JRPG and video game content from me. So without further ado, here are my 17 tips that may be useful to beginners or returners to this epic adventure game. There are 28 djinn to collect in Golden Sun, and it's entirely up to you how you wish to assign them to characters. For new players, I'd recommend starting with a simpler monoclass setup, which is assigning djinn of the same elemental affinity to their respective characters. For example, Garet is a Mars adept, the fire elemental, so assign djinn of the same type such as Forge to boost his overall stats and gain new or enhanced skills. However, over time, I would encourage experimentation with dual or, if you're feeling confident, triple element djinn setups as you become more comfortable. I'm no expert in the best min-max class setup, but following this approach should suffice for most, if not all, of your first playthrough. Otherwise, feel free to look up online guides with greater detail into this. Having 2 characters or more with healing abilities or cure spells can provide better sustainability for the team, reducing the pressure on a single character for healing. Gathering djinn further into the game allows you access to more of these abilities. Make sure to check the character's Psynergy menu and see what they gain or lose. This simple tactic will help you to keep characters healthy throughout the battle and focus on keeping on the offensive. When you're at the point of having both Ivan and Mia in your merry band of adepts, consider placing these squishier characters on the sidelines due to their less than stellar HP and overall stats. They will receive reduced damage from attacks that target multiple characters, thus increasing their survivability. Go into the main menu, hover over one of them and simply tap L or R to move them across the party formation until they are both on either side. With the setup, they should be able to survive for much longer. Golden Sun offers various combat options including weapon attacks, magic casting and a unique djinn system. Djinn abilities range from dealing direct elemental damage to providing buffs and healing. Additionally, djinn allow you to call forth powerful summons for massive damage. To do this, you have to use a djinn's unique ability to put them into standby mode, which then enables you to summon an entity in battle. You can also stack djinns of the same elemental type to create higher level summons for increased damage. However, players need to be mindful of cooldowns and recovery periods. After using a djinn ability, players can reset it by selecting the same ability, but this results in the character missing a turn. Using a summon automatically puts the djinn into recovery mode, where their abilities are on cooldown for several turns. During this recovery phase, the party members' stats revert to their base level temporarily. Use djinn abilities and summons frequently, but also strategically, and consider when to go on the offensive and when to focus on defense during critical moments in battles. Balancing the utilization of your abilities and summons adds a lot of depth to the combat and enhances the overall experience. Each enemy has a specific weakness to one of the 4 elemental skills: fire, earth, water, or wind. Pay attention to the punctuation used when attacking enemies to determine if they are resistant, neutral, or weak to a particular element. To illustrate this with examples, notice 3 differences in the text. The first one has a full stop. The second one has 1 exclamation mark, and the third has 3 marks. Simply, this means they are resistant to the elemental type. This shows the damage is neutral, so it's neither strong or weak. And the most important is this one, where you will deal increased damage due to the enemy's elemental weakness. This tip will help to quickly and efficiently end battles for you. Exploit enemy weaknesses by using element-specific djinn to finish them off. The enemy will flash rainbow or multicolored and cry twice to indicate this. Achieving a rainbow kill results in a 20% increase in experience and gold, as well as a higher chance for an item drop. In most JRPGs, speed is emphasised in battles, influencing the likelihood of finishing off enemies or healing your team before receiving significant damage. Boost agility with djinn abilities or focus on classes and equipment outside of a battle to enhance this stat. Random battles are a common occurrence, so you should focus on dispatching enemies and grinding for experience, with an emphasis on speed to level up your characters quickly. Special Psynergy abilities such as move and catch have utility outside of battle, helping you solve puzzles, access new areas and find hidden items. Explore your surroundings thoroughly to discover these secrets, including optional djinn scattered around the world. Use Retreat Psynergy to quickly exit dungeons or new areas and return to the entrance. This Venus class utility Psynergy is known by Isaac from the beginning of the game, and it's a great ability to use to avoid backtracking and save your time. Throughout your adventure, you will collect lucky medals. Don't sell or discard these, as they will be important later on for a mini-game. Prioritise buying armour over weapons, especially in the early stage of the game when money might be scarce. Focusing on defensive capabilities is suggested, unless you feel confident about going on the offensive. Golden Sun is described as a beginner-friendly game with manageable difficulty. While it doesn't pose too many challenges, being cautious and strategic can enhance the overall experience. Take your time to explore new areas and search for hidden secrets. Items and gold can often be found in pots, crates and other interactable objects. Additionally, read books on bookshelves for interesting lore on the characters and places in the world of Weyard. Interact with NPCs to gather extra lore, helpful information or hints about where you need to go. For extra insights, use the Mind Read Psynergy to uncover their private thoughts, which can add further depth to the world building or just provide amusing moments like this one. During combat, you can quickly scroll through text by holding the B button equivalent for the Game Boy Advance, eliminating the need to press A or B for each line. Additionally, you can skip or shorten to summon cutscenes by pressing B. Extremely useful for keeping battles fast and snappy. The game doesn't mention this, but in the overworld, you can hold the L shoulder button to zoom out and see more of the surrounding areas. Additionally, you can tap R to bring up the world map feature, which indicates your current location and places that have been visited. Lastly, save your game frequently to avoid losing progress. If your party gets wiped out, you lose half your coins and get transported back to the Sol Sanctum. If you're playing on the Nintendo Switch online, you can also take advantage of the extra quick save or rewind functions for added convenience. So these were some of my main tips for beginners, which should not only contribute to efficient gameplay, but also enrich the overall experience by encouraging exploration, experimenting with the creative djinn system, and providing helpful battle tips. Hope you found all this useful, and for any experienced players who might have further tips or tricks to add, let me know in the comments. Have a good day and take care, adventurers.